YouTube is firing up.
Oh dear.
And 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Yay!
And live. 1 week to go on SpongeBob. Hello, everybody.
Hi, we're awake. We're awake. We are awake. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's happening. Ha ha ha. To anyone who's wondering what the hell is going on here, this here is the live stream for the upcoming Fanimation event of SpongeBob's Burgers.
And when's it coming out?
It's coming out on September 3rd. And why, Tom? 9-3.
Yeah.
Because 9 is divisible by 3, Tom. Come on, Tom.
Yep. Yep.
We're so excited.
Lots of numbers are divisible by 3.
Yes, but that's the... I don't know what to say to that. Yes.
Yes, Bob.
Yes. Hey, Red RB Plays on YouTube. Woo! Oh, hi. I put on this hat just specially for the YouTube fans today.
Just to throw it around.
You know, because Sully is life. Let's face
Sully is life.
Hey, Trent. Hey, what's up, you guys? Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so what else can we... Another little review. How the hell did this come together? As you can see right now, we have the fantabulous Mr. Crab Odor.
We're random nicknames.
What happens, hey Jess, what happens when you just watch oh, thank you for the love of the hat, by the way. What happens when you sit around and watch a ton of cartoons with your partner in crime?
Yep.
You start thinking, hey, maybe this one can go with that one, and that one can go with this one, like the Whisks with Louise. No.
I'm trying to get to the...
Get to it.
Well, I just want to type a response to our...
Get on with it. So get this, so we're watching, I mean, now of course we're like, wait, how did it happen? But as I remember it, we were sitting on the couch together enjoying yet another classic episode of Bob's Burgers, or possibly SpongeBob, one or the other, and we thought, wait a minute, don't they kind of who was it that really knocked it off, man?
Me.
Yeah, but okay. In your brain pan, Mr. Smarty Man. I'll give you the credit. You get the gold star, but who was the first one that you went, they match? Was it Bob and Bob?
Well, I think it was, I want to say the, because somewhere on paper is on a clipboard, so true analog, I was just scribbling out ideas. And I'm curious to see actually what ones also are on the same mind map. So the sheet of paper where I'm just going to just...
Have you saved this sheet of paper?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's still on
I'm going
here.
to frame it.
And I want to say, either the first thing I did was the Krusty Krab / Bob's Burgers restaurant. Either that was the first sketch, or I want to say Tina / Squidward was one of the first ones.
Yeah, because they have that similar voice. I mean, you guys think about it. It makes so much sense. So first of all, okay, the obvious, Bob and Bob. And they both work in a burger-esque restaurant. Okay, that's there. But then you look at Squidward's voice, and then you got Tina with that low-level kind of, and then you're thinking, wait a minute, what about Sandy versus Sandy Squirrel and Linda? They both have that high energy. Let's put it that way. I was talking to Tommy last night. I truly believe that Linda is quite possibly one of the most perfectly imperfect, flawed female characters ever written for television. Yes, I'm putting it out there. I mean, I love her, and then there are episodes where I'm like, this lady is crazy. She is just batshit. And some of her choices that she makes in parenting, I disagree with. But then you see why she does it. She loves her family. She loves her family unreasonably. And I dig that. And I get that. I do. So, I just think Linda is brilliantly written. Now, what about Sandy Squirrel, you say? Is she also brilliantly written? Of course she is. Of course she is. That crazy, lovable Texan rodent. Spot on. Anyway, so wait, who else? But then we started thinking about the rest of the characters. Like, wait a minute. Mr. Krabs, Mr. Fish Odor. Mash 'em. And they're like, well, we I know some people are like, oh, Teddy should be Patrick. But we're like, because I get it for the friendship thing. But if you think about it for the family, we've got Gene and Patrick going together, which is just... You're just gonna love what we're doing with Gene and Patrick. I'm so excited. I can't give away the spoilers. I want to give away the spoilers, but I'm not gonna.
Only one more week.
Okay, fine. Hi, Andrea Griffith. Hey, you guys. So if you're on the Insta, you're only gonna see our lovely little punums. but that's just for my extra friends, you know. But for if you want to go over to see all the goodies of what's going on here on TikTok, my partner here, Movie Boy, on his TikTok channel, you can see what he's working on in, I'm not going to use the right term, animate, procreate.
No, well, Procreate for some original sketches, yes.
Photo thing. In
Thing,
Photo Thing, you can see what he's drawing and working on, and he's actually on the timeline getting everything together, because he's got 1 week left. And here's the deal, you guys. So, again, for people just joining, it's going to be premiering on 9/3, September 3rd. What time that day? 4 p.m.?
Next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Got it. 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Because we only on the ticker.
Oh, good. It's on the ticker. Burp. But yeah, we co-wrote the script, although he wrote the majority of it. Let's be honest. But I helped. But I wrote the song, because it's gonna be a song, and then we both did the voices. And we're both doing the music, and I'm doing the ukulele, so you got judgments, bring it on, people.
Is anyone bringing judgments yet?
A lot of people are bringing judgments, but I'm talking right now, so I don't have time to say hi to Bubble Tea. Hi, Bubble Tea. Hi, everybody.
So what kind of messages are we getting? What are we getting?
0. If I don't say anything, it's because there's no, that's them.
Okay.
Yeah, don't, see, now they know the truth.
Someone
doesn't know the magic of the moderator. You keep talking until there's a message that comes in, and then you slide it in naturally, as if you just picked it out of the sky, not waiting desperately for a single gosh darn message to come through. If anyone feels like dropping a message or a little heart squeezing, heart.
Hearts and squeeze.
We'd like hearts and squeeze and possibly messages. Where is everybody today? That is the important question. Is where the hell are you? Because I don't know. Hi, Gregory. We're not gonna come find you. We're in Los Angeles.
We're not gonna come find you?
No. But for our we've had a lot of people. Hi, German. Hi, June. German Valle. I'm not saying it right at all, am I? Now I'm losing track. Okay.
All right.
That's the last time you question my authority.
Okay. Fine.
What else? Oh, but the point I was trying to get to was this young man right here, and yes, his pronouns are he, them, she, no, sorry, he, him. I am doing great. My pronouns are they and she. I will go with either.
Good morning, everybody.
So, he's doing all the art. He's doing all the art. All the arting. And I've asked many times to assist, and he won't let me. Because I like to color things in. I like to draw. I can actually draw. I'm decent. You know, whatever. But I don't know animation yet. Yeah. So.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hi, big boy Jaden. What's up? Thank you for coming in. So what else was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna say?
Oh yeah. So, anyways, the day of the premiere, we're already planning and plotting. So we want to do a couple little raffle thingies for everybody, for people who show up, and we'll award those. We're definitely gonna be giving big shout outs to the fans who have been with us since the beginning. Was that a burp or?
No, it's just me looking for a file.
And we'll have a sing along. Hey, Cadence. So we're gonna have a lot of fun with this. We'll have like a little sort of on-screen party before the premiere, and then we will watch the premiere, and then you can stay afterwards and share your adulation and adoration. We will not be taking notes, but you can feel free to drop your notes. In the
what does Storylord say in
Storylord
in the sequel in Rick and Morty?
Hi, Rowan.
Like, so you can send your notes to my ass.
Yes, you can send your notes to our ass. Be very exciting. It is finally starting to cool off here in Southern California, sunny Southern California. I think it's at what? Is it down to 70? We have a question.
Hey, question.
Jay wants to know, what are you making? Hi, Eric Donahue.
We are in the crunch time stages of our premiere episode of SpongeBob's Burgers.
Yes.
So the right now it is I'm finally working on the scenes with Jimmy Pesto Plankton and Trev Karen. And I'm realizing that I haven't worked on finishing up the mouse here. As you can see, it's out of
Hi, it's pissing me
right
off.
here.
Hey, it's Barney Live.
So,
yeah. Hi, James.
But it'll be a full-length episode premiering in 1 week. So we got 7 days to finish this thing
And
up.
how long is full length?
Well, this is more like a full-length SpongeBob episode than a full-length Bob's Burgers.
So how long?
So we're talking at least 11 minutes.
11 whole minutes of animation, people!
Yep.
Do you understand what a big deal that is? One person, one pen. That's not even a pen. It's a pointy thingy. It's amazing. What we are doing, we are rubbing sticks together here to make fire, okay?
Yeah.
So, it's pretty exciting. Hey, J-Nox. Oh, thank you for the Hardy McHearts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be funny. Let me tell you. The song part, I love the song because if you are Bob's Burgers fans, you know they do a lot of sing-along stuff, which they do in SpongeBob too, but like Bob's Burgers has really gotten into it. Now, we are old school. We like more of the, okay, I always forget. Diegetic means it's in the movie and non-diegetic means it's not. No.
Well, they're both in the movie, but one is
Which
in
one,
the
when
world of the actors. That's diegetic.
Okay, so in the world of the actors is diegetic.
Yes.
So here's the thing. I like a lot of the non-diegetic songs where they're just sort of almost like lifting up the skirt of the night. They've started doing a lot
of... But the night isn't diegetic.
I said non-diegetic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I see where you're going with
Yeah. They've started doing a lot more of Bob and Linda singing together, and they're just a little bit. They're a little less raunchy to put, and a little less. They're a little more polished, actually. You know. So we like the less polished stuff when it seems like it's off the cuff. So that's sort of what we're going for with our song, and this one is Linda coming up with another classic Linda song. So, and you know, we had a lot of fun creating that. I did, because I got to do it. Yeah. And, what else? What else? There's so many Easter eggs. It's gonna be so exciting. I wish... I can't tell you anything.
You can tell them what platform it's going to be on, when it's going to be on.
I can, but I'm not gonna.
Oh, you're not going to say...
Now that you've suggested it, I'm definitely not. Did I mention I'm contrarian?
No, she's not.
One of the enjoyable things... Stop it. One of the enjoyable things of being in a relationship with a Jiffy is... That's my nickname. A Jiffy is that they are quite contrarian. And so if you suggest something...
Yes, they are.
Stop that. Okay, moving on. Hi, Dylan. Hi, VST.
Hello.
What else is going on? There's so much, we haven't even, well, that's what's bad, is that we've been working so hard on this that now we haven't, like, seen a lot of cartoons lately, so now I feel like we're, like, behind on the cartoon scene. Mm-hmm. I've just been rewatching more SpongeBob to stay in character and be ready.
Is that what you've been doing?
Actually, I've gotten back into King of the Hill.
Hey, yeah, you
Love
have been watching
me some King of the Hill. Oh my god, the stories and just... I mean, I remember when I first watched King of the Hill and I'm like, oh, the artwork is just terrible. But then as you know, live a life a little bit longer, you come to appreciate the roughness of the art and sort of the commentary. This turns into some kind of... Someone should do a thesis on this. You want to do a great thesis for your English teacher. Do a snobby thesis on the genius that is, what's his butt, who did King of the Hill.
Do the genius of what's his butt. The name you're looking for is Mike Judge.
I'm like Mike Jordan. Nope,
Judge.
That's who I wanted to marry when I was 5.
Mike
Judge, thank you. Michael Jordan is a basketball player that, yes, when I was 5, I said someday I'm going to marry him. It did not happen, but... Hey, KJ. Okay, so what else? Oh, I brought some toys along just because I like toys and I wanted to share them with everybody. If you all don't know, I am not an affiliate. Hi, Alex. I am not an affiliate for Disney at all. In fact, I shouldn't be promoting this because it's for a struck company. So I'm not promoting that in any way. I just want to share this really cute puffer pig. That it's such a great toy. Listen to that. I'm not killing the pig, I promise. But the quality of the toys that come out of that struck company, who I won't mention anymore because I'm not supposed to. Yes, you are. It's pretty fabulous. And when I say struck company, you're like, what the hell is she talking about? Well, first of all, let's go back to the artwork because that's important. What looks like Patrick. There's Jean Patrick. If you guys can see the lovely Jean Patrick. That sounds like my friend Jean Patrick from New York City. Oh my god. he's got 2 pairs of pants on. Tom, why does Gene Patrick have 2 pairs of pants on?
Well, let's see how succinct I can make this. The big deal with building someone like this character here is that you have to have all the arms and legs and moving eyes and moving lips and all those words. All those words.
All those words?
All those words. And all those bits.
Give us a heart if you like Tom's description of all those words.
Yeah, I was up till 6:30 in the morning, slept for 2 hours, and started the live stream, so it's a day. But
also drop a heart if you like the Gene Patrick drawing.
There you go.
If there are no hearts, there will be sadness.
There will be sadness for Gene Patrick.
And disappointment, yes.
So here's the deal, is that I have to build each character twice. One is just all the different possible things, the mouth shapes and hand shapes and everything else, but it's very unorganized because it's just he's saying the letter O, he's saying the letter A, he's saying the letter E, but you need him to say words, and you need him to do, arms up and then down depending what the scene requires.
Hey Taylor, happy Sunday. Hey Barney, thank you for liking the live. We appreciate it.
So you build one rig that's got all the bits and pieces, then you got to build the one you can actually animate without destroying all those bits and pieces. So right now I'm built, and the only way I can figure out how to do it is to basically build it on top of the previous one. That sounds
crazy. You should only have to build one and done.
Well, if that were the case, then if I brought Gene in for his first scene and made him say, your lips would burst. Now, that rig is now built to only say, your lips would burst, and I would have to start all over again for his next line.
Okay, it would take all day.
So if I bring in the rig, and he's set to say any syllable, to do any hand position.
That's what you just explained, and I half listened, because I was thinking about all of the comments and things I've got to keep an eye on.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Taylor, I'm glad you like my hat. I know, isn't it another really awesome find from a Struck company who I can't promote right now. Well, I mean, I can, but I don't want to.
She's adorned with many things from Struck companies. Although I would not be surprised.
Well, Cookie Monster's safe. We've got the Cookie Monster onesie. There we go. If we put the Cookie Monster onesie...
Are they striking against the Jim Henson Company or any of its parent companies since
Disney
bought the Muppets?
Damn it!
Disney bought the Muppets.
Shh, don't say the word. So if any of you don't know, I am a SAG-AFTRA actress, which means I am on strike with the WGA.
I'm a poor animator.
I know. We're trying to get your butts in the union too, poo-poo-doo. So, Tommy is pre-guild.
I'm pre-guild.
You are.
Yeah, I guess so.
You are. What I love about this, so you guys, Tom, right here, this guy.
This guy.
He was drawing when he was a little clamshell, and then, went on to get into theater, and then you got into journalism, and he made a whole series called Come Again.
Oh, yeah. Way back in the college days.
Hey, don't you know, you let me talk about you.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. But it was a sketch show. So he comes from this wealth of background. Oh, and I mean, he's got, you guys wouldn't believe, he's got artwork from his days working in the theater department back at his college, where they had to design sets for plays. And he brings out, and costume design. And they're these beautiful, what was it? Is that colored pencil you used? They're gorgeous.
Those I think were a combination of just marker pen.
If they weren't so precious, I'd pull them out and show them to you guys right now. But he's like, no touchy. I'm like, okay, fine. So we'll make lithographs. I'm sorry, we got to frame them and put them up. But they're just fantastic. So he has all these talents. And then when I met him, he was doing red carpet photography. And no, that doesn't mean something naughty in Van Nuys. He actually was working the red carpet events in Hollywood and shooting all the fancy foo-foo celebrity people. For
did
you ever do the Oscars?
I worked when I was with Variety. The award shows, except for one moment when the art director took over, I worked.
The answer is yes or no.
Well, it's complicated.
It's always complicated.
Because if I said yes, you would think I was there with the camera on the carpet. So I did 2 Golden Globes and 2 Emmys. Oh. But in both those cases, I was part of the support staff.
Thank you for the like, Barney. Yeah, okay, got it. Yeah. But see, this is what we do. Both of us, if we were our own publicists, we play down all our own things. That's why we have to show off about each other, because then we can go, he has shot for fancy things. I still think at some point he's got, if you go, so on your Instagram, right, honey? He's got a bunch of shots that are really good. Like you've got some shots of Joaquin Phoenix. Remember from was it the Joker?
Yes.
Oh my God, he's got some of the best expressions on Joaquin Phoenix's face on his Instagram. So if you go to his Instagram, it is just movie boy.
Scroll
down.
Scroll past all the animation stuff for the last few years because it basically just kind of all folded around the pandemic.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Which is fine. But then pandemic hits, and I know, like, again, guys, I lost several family members during the pandemic to COVID. And, people will say, well, was it directly or indirectly? It's like, well, a lot of times, at least for my family, what I believe is that they caught COVID and then any other underlying conditions they had were exacerbated, right? So my dad, both my uncles, we have another family member, we don't want to out them, but, they have long COVID. It is no joke. So, a lot of bad things came out of it, right? But one of the good things that came out of it was that Tom got back into drawing. He got a little iPad. First, I think he actually just started with pen and paper, and then he's like, he wanted an iPad. He had gotten a gift card. Kept a tight budget. And then he started drawing, and then he started drawing some more, and then it just snowballed. What is it? Make a sign out of that. Total success.
Do the spin aside.
Total success.
Front page of the newspaper. Hold the presses.
Oh, it's always guys. Okay, I don't know if you're still there, but Jen Kuhn. But on my Insta right now, my buddy Jen Kuhn, who is an incredible. She's another multi-hyphenate talent. She popped into the live for a second. She's premiering her short film. There's always time to say it. Great film. I got to help out on it and do some voice work for it. A lot of fun. The film is a more serious subject, but it's really good, really cathartic. Definitely check it out. Again, it's on Instagram. There's Always Time to Say It. There's Always Time to Say It movie. There we go. That's the full name. Kennedy, hey! Oh, Taylor, thank you for the like. I really appreciate it. And Taylor, yeah, I know. Did anybody else hear? Anybody else on the live? If we can, if you feel like sharing, did anybody else lose any loved ones during COVID, either to or not to COVID? Because I know there's people where their loved one didn't die from COVID, but they were dying from something else, but you couldn't go and talk to them. You couldn't say hi to them because you weren't allowed to go in the hospital. I mean, there's all kinds of just terrible things came out of that. It reminds me, I know we're going down, I'm doing a dark path for a minute here. Tommy wants to keep it all da-da-da-da-da-da, but I'm like, that's not
it doesn't
real.
Have to be da-da-da-da-da.
So I was in New York City on the day that 9/11 happened, and
we're going to go from COVID to 9/11.
Well, here's what I wanted to share. There are so many horrific stories of people who were in the towers on 9/11. Then there's also all the stories around in the city. Where were people on that day? Who did they lose? That the stories just, it's like a spider web. It just continues and continues and grows, and it's terrible and sad. And then at the same time, the more we share our stories with one another, the more we feel connected. It was really amazing, actually, being in the city in the days after, and the weeks after, and the months after, and the years after, and just having that shared experience. This is what I love about New York City, that I don't know if LA would be the same way. And it's not because LA people are bad people. It's just, honestly, geography, I think, can make a difference. But in New York City, you are all on top of each other. And so you kind of have to get along in certain ways, and I felt like we became closer and tighter after that event. That was my experience. Now, someone else might say they had a completely different experience, and I don't want to invalidate them. So, Taylor's saying, oh, not to COVID, but I have lost a good bunch of family members this year. Taylor, I'm so sorry. God, it sucks, right? Like, for me, what sucks is, like, there's certain moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to call my mom or call my dad and just tell them about da-da-da-da. And I still will almost reach for the phone. And then you go, oh, that's right. They're not here. And, and my therapist, who was, like, a second grandmother to me, or third grandmother, she also passed. And she was the one who would say to me, oh, you can talk to them right now. And she's right. I can. I do. I totally talk to my parents every day. And sometimes Tom walks in and he's like, who are you talking to? And I'm like, no one. He's like, okay, I'm going to go now. But it helps. It really helps. Like for me, you know, in the comfort of your own home, where somebody was saying, look, I'm on full coffee speed today. Somebody was saying, if you think about like the unhoused people who are walking around and talking crazy, somebody did a great bit. This is not my bit, okay? So I'm not taking credit, but I forget who did the bit. But they were saying, look, if you think about it, all the crazy shit you say in the safety of your own home when no one can see you, if they just took you and put you outside, wouldn't you kind of look a lot like some of these crazy people on the streets walking around talking to themselves? I'm just saying, you know, we give them a hard time, but maybe they just need, you know, a nice quiet place. I'm going down a bad path. Let's move on from this. Let's move on. Okay. So Taylor, I want to give you a big virtual hug and say that I hope that you get through this time. Having lost, and you were saying that these were unpreventable. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I feel like my brothers and I feel like both of our parents' deaths were preventable. They were super religious. They didn't do doctors. And we feel like if they had, they might have actually had a better shot. And if they'd been taking care of themselves over the years, you know, done more preventative medicine, maybe gone for checkups yearly, maybe they would have at least been around a little longer. I know there's no guarantee to that, but, you know, oh my God, Taylor says, I almost lost my father on Friday to a horrible car accident, but an angel was watching him, honey. Oh my God, I'm so glad. I am so glad. I absolutely believe in, if you want to call it angels, you want to call it spirits, you want to call it energy, whatever you want to call it. I do feel that I've seen moments and had moments where you feel like something is really speaking to you saying, you know, stop or don't go there or whatever. So I'm so glad your dad's okay. That's fantastic. We have a message. Somebody sent a request to be in my live video. Hello. No, you don't get to be in my live video, but you can certainly watch my live video. Ha ha! It's my live video. Actually, it's his live video, but that part's my live video. Okay, we have got a shout out for the Audi car from Taylor saying it is one of the safest cars in their opinion. I've heard good things about Audis. I have an innie.
Really? Really?
Now, I have never actually driven an Audi. Have you driven in an Audi? A-U-D-I. Is that a German car? I do not know. Is Audi ja? Or is it more of a... I don't know. Not certain.
Alright, where is my note?
Anyways. Where it's right
there.
Boop. Don't you love all the boop videos, you guys? I mean, I need to get on the boop side of TikTok, okay? Where it's just cute little animals sitting there and then someone just goes... boop! And they go boop on the nose. It's appropriate booping, okay? I'm just saying. Okay, so Taylor says, this is great. It's not great. I mean, the conversation, I'm loving this. So, the car was totaled, but he managed to walk away with only cuts. Yes, that's how cars should be. That is fantastic. I am so glad to hear that. The whole self-driving car thing, I'm not here for it. I'm old school enough. I'm like, I still want a key that turns in the key thing because the button thing, I mean, maybe it's less expensive now, but I've heard that it's there, you know, oh God, I'm going to sound like an old lady. But that's okay, because we're all getting older.
Yeah, old lady.
I'm allowed. I've earned it. I want to say they don't make cars the way they used to, but then I think back, if you think back to like the really old cars in the 1950s, the problem with those is they were built to last, but the problem is, so the car in a car accident, the car would be fine, but the human would push through the windshield because the car was built to last. So it's better that they crumble now. But I do feel that with the leasing now, it's like all about leasing cars. We need to find a balance of built to last, but not too last.
Wait,
what did I say wrong?
Where are we going with this?
Wherever I want!
It's like, if someone was trying to like write down the topic of discussion from every 30 seconds...
This is how I do it. It's very beatnik.
That's not beatnik.
It's improv. Improv.
Beatnik. That's just like as
there's the rhythm of my brain, cause I'm trying to go insane. Don't worry about it, got the worries on your mind. We're gonna leave them all behind. Get the beat of the rhythm of my brain. Maybe it's ADHD. Yeah. I haven't even brought out a puppet yet. Look out. You wanted energy. You're getting it.
Is that what we're getting?
I'm sorry for anyone who enjoyed last time where it was just Tom all alone and you could, fangirl over him. He's mine.
Wow, now we're trying to push away fans. Just stop looking
come
at
on
the live
in.
stream.
Would you like it? Come on in. Maybe he's polyamorous. Maybe not. Let's keep the magic going.
So we switch from the get out of my live stream to the come on in. He might be into it.
Let's take a vote.
I think there's extremes. And there's this whole
Darling,
middle swath and you're just going, nope.
I go to extremes. And now I'm seeing TikTok where they're like, is this you? Now they're saying, what is it? Stemming is randomly making noises and singing related songs.
This'll be... remember, the usual poll for those of you who've been tuning in week after week is when will Georgia collapse?
Oh, right. Let's do a poll. When will Georgia collapse? Taylor, I am reading all your comments. First of all, I don't know if I want to ask about the personal thing of what the medical emergency was on your day. If you don't want to talk about that, we can leave that alone. I appreciate that you also do not support self-driving cars. Jen, I'm sure if you're still watching, you'd be like, screw you, because I think, am I right? What do you think? Jen, make a comment. She's probably not there anymore. She probably has better things to do. Make more movies, because she's a badass. What else? Oh, and I was very missed. You were very missed? I was very missed. And you just, you, Linda, you just think you're so cute. Mm-hmm. But they all missed me because they know better. Sorry, a little half-assed Gale there for you. Which, oh my god, if we wanted to do a triple fan smash, we would do Gale the Snail. Right? From Always Sunny. Isn't it Gale the Snail? Did I mess that up?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
What's the name of... Okay, so Mary Lynn Raskeb plays the snail in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But is she Gale the Snail? Now I forget her. Am I just rhyming shit and making things up in my head? That could be what's happening here. Yep, that could very much be it. Okay. Holy crap. So Taylor says... I'm going to share... It's on the thing. So their dad was golfing all day in the heat. Blacked out on his way home. Oh my god, yes, the heat, man. Gotta be careful about that. His dad still golfs too, all the time, and loves to golf. I can't wait to get back out to Minnesota and do some golfing with him. Oh yeah. He hit a pole and flipped down the highway. The hospital said he was severely dehydrated, so I have to say, stay hydrated, please, everyone. Yes. I'm telling you, it's so funny. 2 or 3 people, when things sort of randomly come at you from different places, like your friend says it, then you read it in a book, then you see it on a billboard, and you're like, maybe I should do this. So for me, it was when you first wake up in the morning, try not to pick your phone up. And it's true. If I wake up and I'm still in bed and it's dark and I pick up my phone and start looking at it, you can see I'm like, my eyes. It fucks with my day. It does. It really sets my day up for not as good. I leave it alone. I get up. I go into the kitchen, we start the coffee pot, and then... Oh, actually, first I brush my teeth. I love it. I used to, not brush my teeth much. It was not bueno. So now I brush my teeth first thing every morning and every night. Do not neglect your teeth care. This is a great live stream. Thank you. So then... and then I say nice things to myself in the mirror. Like I say, I love you, and all the things, and I'm not telling you all my secret things that I say, because those are for me, not you. And then I go into the kitchen, and the first things first, I get a glass of delicious fresh water, all right? It doesn't have to be a full glass, but you're giving your body a shower. And it makes a difference before I even start with the coffee. These little things just make me all around a less horrible person, I think, in certain ways. So I highly recommend these things to all of you. Ooh, we have another joiner. A Kostolev joined. Hi, Kostolev.
Hello.
They always say wave on these things. Like, you can push a little wave button, but then it's like, you must join to wave. I'm like, I'm not gonna frickin' follow or join when I haven't even, gone and stalked this person on their page yet. I need to know who I'm following blindly. All right, Prince666 to me. Hello. And Taylor says, and I live in Texas. Oh my gosh, that's right. So the heat has been terrible. So I hear there's a whole bunch of Californians still moving to Texas. I hope that y'all are getting along. Listen. Oof.
When does the show come out again?
Oh. Well, okay. For all of you who are just joining now, welcome to our SpongeBob Burgers live stream, in which Tom here and me, Georgia, decided to create a Fanimation mashup of SpongeBob SquarePants and Bob's Burgers. What would happen if we put them together into one lovely cartoon? That is what we are doing. So, we will be premiering our episode, and if people go, will there be more? Well, we don't know yet. Let's see. We might move on to a new mashup, or we might just keep making these. We might do both. But this one is premiering on September 3rd. That's 9/3. Why? Because 9 is divisible by 3, and if you are a Bob's Burgers fans, you understand that that is Lynn and Bob's anniversary. So, 9/3. The actual episode will be premiering on the YouTube, so you want to make sure you are following us on YouTube. That is Movie Boy on YouTube. But we will be doing a premiere party here on TikTok, guys, on TikTok.
Yep.
And that is _movie boy.
But if you do a search for Movie Boy on
Yeah,
TikTok,
you can just search for the purple cow. Just look for the purple cow, put
If you're on this channel, you already know where
You already know. If you know, you know. And then you know, you know. So, but we'll be doing a pre-party there. We'll be having, games and raffles and all kinds of fun stuff, shout-outs, sing-alongs. And then we will all watch the episode together. It'll be very fun. And then it will be on the YouTube for you're very much enjoying. Pleasure. Taylor says that the Californians are very bad drivers. Yeah. Out here, good lord, out here the turn signal is optional. You have to drive so defensively out here in California. Well, you don't have to, but I recommend it. That's what I would say. Good God, y'all. Good God. I haven't done stand-up in a week, and I feel it. I'm turning down gigs right now because there's just so much other stuff going on, but I can't wait to get back up on the stage. I'm just going to talk about this now. So there. So I gave my spiel. If any of you have more questions about the Bob Burger... wait a minute. Look who... Okay, let's look at this. Do. If you're on Insta, you need to hop over to the... I know, why am I taking you away? But, here, let's just go quick.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Ooh, look, there's the Teddy. So this is Teddy, but who is Teddy? Teddy is Merman. Merman Teddy. So Mermedy? Mermy?
Yeah, but let's start with getting the names right.
Starfish Man. If you put me on the spot, it's like I am really allowed. I was the kid in school who was always like, I know the answer, but then I shoved down all the anxiety I was feeling because the really cute boys and girls in the room were sitting there staring at me, and I was like, ah. But now the anxiety's taken over. So if I'm put on the spot and someone says, "What's the answer?" I'm like,
"What's the answer?"
No idea.
Tell us what the answer is.
No idea.
Yes.
Okay, so it's Merman and Sponge Boy.
Nope.
Hold on.
You're
Hold
close.
on.
You're very close.
I'm gonna get it.
You're very close.
Okay. Shh. Hold on. Wonder Boy. Hold on. Barnacle Boy. And help me out. Somebody. Something and don't tell them. Don't. Guys, who is it on SpongeBob? Who is it? Something and Barnacle Boy. Something. Merman.
No, you're very close. You're very close. You're very, very close, but you're missing a syllable.
Starbutt. Mermanian. Somebody help me! No one is helping. They're all just watching and laughing.
You're doing a contraction. Stretch out the contraction.
Mermaid Man!
Bingo!
Yay! Y'all were no help at all. Where were you?
Where
were you?
You sound like Teddy after
What's
the.
going on?
If we all
Yeah. Where were you?
Yep.
Well, Teddy's a tough one. Well, I love Teddy. I am not doing Teddy's or Merman's. Although I do still think evil. I still think my Patrick is awesome, but
you have a very, very good Patrick.
He gets to do the Patrick voice. That's okay.
She says for the 100th time. It's okay. I'm not upset about it at all.
I think my Patrick is a lot better.
Well.
Well, it's not right now. I haven't warmed up. That's such bullshit. I bid it, Giacomo. Bene Giacomo. Ya la la la. Okay, now what? getting hot in here. And no, I'm not going to take off all my clothes. So there. Wow, it looks like he's got a lazy eye. What's happening? Oh, you're gonna make him blink?
Yep.
Look at that, guys. You're seeing how the meat is ground.
How the meat is grind? How the meat is grind.
Hi, Horror Scarlet. Okay, what else? What else?
Come watch the meat being ground.
We were talking about something else exciting. Oh, my new stand-up bits. Right. That's important.
She was talking about stand-up bits.
She was talking about her bits.
Well, first of all, I know that we need to probably not call it really stand-up comedy anymore, because that is a bit ableist. Hi, Kurt Cobain updates and Steffi Chan. Hello, the Beetleborgs are terrorists. I agree, the Beetleborgs are, how could they?
The director of the Beetleborgs is one of my longtime collaborators and friends.
Did you guys know that? All right, Beetleborg person.
Yep.
So there.
If you look for the director of those episodes, the person's name you'll see the most.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about.
Would be Gabe Torres. It was basically back when Power Rangers was the thing.
Yeah.
There were all these different spin-offs, including.
Is it a live action thing?
Yes.
Oh, so Beetleborgs is okay. Gabe Torres did it. Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Small world. So there you go.
No.
Yep. Hello, Dono. Oh yeah, so the stand. So now I'm starting to do some ballet related stand-up bits, and I have to say I am loving it. So now I want to come up with like 10 to 20 more minutes of just that. I don't know how much the audience will be into it, but I'm gonna be into it.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Rip Bray Wyatt. Okay, so for anyone who's just coming in, where are you at?
Not the right color.
And are you Team SpongeBob or are you Team Bob's Burgers? Do you even watch either of those cartoons? Or do you not give a crap and you're just here to see what the hell these two weirdos are up to?
Yeah.
We like all of that. Hello, Docky. D-A-K, maybe Dakey?
Oh.
Docky Flower. Love it. Yeah. So, those are the questions. Oh, I should do the poll. Hi, Luis Sosa. Seb's Declassified says Team SpongeBob's Burger. Oh!
Nice.
Good answer. Yeah. It's like, what happens when you mix ketchup and mustard? Is that Heinz 57 kind of?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you mix, I'm sure there are mixes, but Heinz 57 is ketchup. It's not mustard.
Hi. Yep. Ketchup and mustard together again. Doodly boopy scooby doop and doobly doo. Seb says, sorry it's been so long. I've been in a life's been super busy. Yeah, we get it, dude. Yeah, we totally get it.
Yeah, we get busy lives. We've been doing some crazy stuff.
I haven't even been able. I missed 2 friends' birthdays. I'm sure I'm on their shit list right now because I said I was gonna go, but then I couldn't go. I mean, I could go and not get the things done that I had to get done here. So it's life.
Yep.
The fun of life.
The fun of life.
When will Georgia
collapse?
Yes. Well,
when will her energy fade? When will she be done? When will she start cursing out the various visitors? When will she throw her phone?
Energy fade and ditch.
and ditch the live. Yeah. Well, the good news is we're not looking up and going and we're only 15 minutes into the 2 hours.
But I am getting more coffee.
Yes, more coffee is definitely of importance. Or do you want me to get the coffee
No,
you are the
I'll
hostess?
get it.
You sure?
Oh, do you know how to?
Do I know? Wow! Thwomp.
You guys, Tom is the best. Tom makes
coffee.
me my most favorite dish, which only a true Williams Reed, I come from the Williams Reed clan, would know. From the Williams side of my family, it's called cream of wheat tuna. And if you don't know what cream of wheat and tuna is, it is the poor person's version of salmon and grits. So it's a can of tuna with a whole bunch of cream of wheat that you cook in butter and salt. And then you add mayonnaise and Durkee mustard. And Durkee mustard is it's not even necessarily, it's kind of a blend mustard. It's so good. But the 4 of those things, and I mix it all together. Some people in my family would keep the tuna, mayonnaise mixture to the side.
Just some half and half?
Yes, please.
You got it.
Mwah, thank you.
Be right back.
But it is the most delicious thing on the planet, and it is my comfort food. And most people think it's hideous and terrifying. In fact, previous partners would be like, ew, I'm not going near that. Grody, grody. So, he gets major points for doing that. Okay. It will not let me do a long thingy. Oh, right, because I have to do an answer. Hold on, guys. We're doing a polly poll. Yeah, tuna is good, you guys. I'm telling you. All right. Ooh, it's crazy. Last live you were working on some of the earlier parts. I know, and now it's insane. It is crazy how fast Tom has been busting through this, but also, like, I don't think he's sleeping much. I will, like, wake up in the middle of the night and be like, oh, it's still you and me, Kiki, my kitty cat Kiki, and not him. And I'm like, well, back to sleep. 30 minutes. We're doing this poll because it's kind of fun. Near the end. Right now. No, any minute now. Let's do that. Any minute now. Has anybody seen any good movies lately? That's what I want to know. I know, it's fascinating, right? And start! Hooray! I did a poll. Alright, Oh, Ronaldo is the goat has joined. What kind of goat are you? Taylor says, I put lemon pepper seasoning in my tuna. Ooh, makes it taste like chicken. I love lemon pepper seasoning. That's delicious. I'm going to try that. Sleep is a suggestion. Yeah, no kidding, right? Yeah, you try telling him when he comes back to sleep more, because it's like... They're saying you need to sleep more. Hi, Rick AF.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
You sleep when you're dead.
Alright.
Oh.
No sugar, right?
No sugar.
Alright.
It's weird. I used to do tons of sugar, and then one day, I think I stopped doing sugar for, to lose weight. But then I noticed, without the sugar, I get more coffee flavor. I like it. If I put sugar in it,
Tastes like sugar.
Yeah. You're the smart one.
You know, I
He's
realized...
the smart one. I'm the pretty one.
You know, when I realized I was putting a whole bunch of mustard in my sandwich, it had a mustardy taste. So when I took all the mustard out, it tastes more like the rest of it.
Oh, you fart. You are a fart. I can't do that. I'm one of those people who is like, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Oh, you too. We have another one. Okay. Yep. I'm one of those people where if I don't sleep, bad things happen. Yeah.
Slowly the world begins to come undone.
It's really kind of terrifying. Suddenly I'm like, I'm gonna kill everything. So someday I want to be a film director. That's gonna go great.
On a typical movie.
This is why I write and not.
On a typical movie set, it's like we're we're losing our light, and then it's like
We're losing our Georgia.
And then there'll be the code word. Oh God, we're losing our light. Hurry up, get the scene ready.
Wait. Someone says, oh, Barney just rewatched Jojo Rabbit. It's incredibly hilarious, incredibly heartbreaking. I still haven't seen Jojo Rabbit. You recommend it? Because, I have some Jewish friends who have concerns about it, and we don't want to go down a big rabbit hole here. No pun intended, Jojo Rabbit hole. But I should go and see it. Kind of like the episode of Bob's Burgers with the bad review, and he wants a do-over. And then they've tied up the reviewer, and then they get that movie Tin Cup, and Bob's like, it's a bad movie, right? And they're like, well, no, it's actually really good. He's like, yeah, but it's bad. Someone told me it's bad. I mean, I think I read a review. Which tells you should not just base your decision solely on reviews. You should go and see it for yourself and make your own decisions.
I recall your response to when it was coming in with the screeners and everything else was like, Scarlett Johansson? Yeah, pass.
Okay, yes. Look, I personally am not a huge fan of her work, although I think she is an incredible actress. So just keep that clear. The respect is there. It's just that thing of like, it's like you go to a bar and you're like, I'm into that person. No, I'm not really into that person. Whatever. It's not like, although I think sometimes I would get very, I get people force me. Like, you guys kept forcing me to watch that other Scarlet movie. What was it? Lucy. My poor kids. I have two step kids.
I love that it comes out to we forced you.
Wait a minute.
At gunpoint.
You did. What do you do when your two darling stepchildren are like, Georgia, come watch this movie with us? And you try to politely say, no, I'm really not. I'm going to try to be polite because they're young. At the time they were still like, 9, 10, 11? And I'm like, No, I'm not into it. I'm not gonna watch. Please watch. Like, I really, come on. You don't want me watching it. I'm not gonna, no, come watch. And you're like, okay. And then you're sitting and watching, and this isn't even about Scarlet. This is about the movie. Sorry for the people who made it, but it's just, if I don't enjoy something, I would prefer to leave. And if I am able to leave, I will. Otherwise, I really have to marshal my forces to pretend to not hate the thing. And I even, brought a book in the room to try and read. And then, yeah, that did not go well. That did not go well at all. But after that, they learned, if Georgia says she doesn't want to watch it, just let her not watch it. Does that mean that, I handled it well? No, I did not. Does it mean that I was an adult child acting like a moron in the moment? Probably. But I was trying to manage it, and, no excuses. I was a dick. Anyways, let's see what we have in the notes. Oh, we got some notey notes. Okay, so what else? So I will make a note to watch Jojo Rabbit, and we'll check back. And if you want to bring it up at our premiere live event next Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I will tell you if I got around to watching Jojo Rabbit or not. But also, we have... Seb's Declassified says, I'm one of those people too, so that's why I don't talk to anyone I don't really like. Yes, I understand, right? Honesty, such a lonely word. Everyone is so untrue. Okay, Taylor says, I just rewatched The Chronicles of Narnia. I forgot how beautiful that movie was. Oh my god. So Michael Apted, I think, directed at least one of those, who I met... and he has passed away now, I believe. But if you want to check out, Michael Apted did a bunch of documentaries. He did a documentary series called 7 Up. Go find it. He started it when he was a young man, and he found a bunch of kids in England or somewhere that were like, I don't know, maybe kindergarten age, and he got permission from their parents, and he interviewed them at kindergarten age. And then every 7 years, he'd come back and interview them again. And you guys, it is uncanny the way they don't change. I think he does it for, 35, 42 years. I mean, because, they were all pretty young, and so he did it well on. It is a fascinating documentary. Fascinating study of human behavior and human personality and how much is nature versus how much is nurture. Highly recommend. Okay, what else? But as far as Chronicles of Narnia, I tried reading the books. I remember in 3rd grade, my friend was reading them, and she's like, you need to read them, and I did. I liked it. I liked the wardrobe part. I remember the part about the Turkish delights. But then I didn't get past it. And then when I found out that Chronicles of Narnia is basically just the Bible, that really kind of made me go, I had a lot of Bibles. I had a lot of Bible study growing up, and I just didn't want any more Bible study for a while. But I do like lions, and again, I do want in my forever home, when I have one, I would like to build a wardrobe that when you opened it, it actually leads to another room. I think that's pretty badass. So, okay, what else? Me with Justin Bieber. So yeah, you get it. There's certain things we just don't want to watch. Everyone's opinions are valid unless they're not valid. Then that's a different story. That needs to be on a flippin' t-shirt. Everyone's opinions are valid, unless they're not valid. And then that's a different story. What do you think? I think that's genius.
I do.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's what it is.
You get it. Yeah. I know. I didn't know it was... I mean, look, I'm sure there are people who could turn anything into the Bible if they wanted to. I mean, whatever you believe out there, you can make it about. I mean, if you want to go conspiracy theory on things, etc.
Do you want to go conspiracy things on things?
No, but I remember after 9/11, man, there were definitely some things that we were like, what the fudge happened here? And what was a cover-up? And, there was a whole DVD that came out about how the buildings fell. And don't owe me. Don't owe me. I'm allowed to look. I'm allowed to consider. Everyone should consider and Anyways. I don't personally believe in all that stuff. Yeah, but you respect others' beliefs. Taylor, I agree. I respect others' beliefs so long as they do not encroach those beliefs upon me. Me personally. And that's that tricky thing that we're going to avoid. I am not up for a big political discuss today, okay? So, but let's just all say, yeah. I'm sorry, I need more proof before I believe in all of that. Y'all do, but I believe in aliens more. I know, right? Yeah. I agree. I said we're not going down. That's not political. That's aliens. That's scientific. Okay. So, yeah. The question is, do you think they'll be friendly aliens or not friendly aliens? That's everyone's big fear in the movies. They're like, they're going to be friendly. They're not going to be friendly. I'm like, I don't think they give a flying flip. I mean, they, I don't know. I mean, they've got better things to do. They have laundry to do too, right? Okay, we're back at, what you doing there? What you thinking about? Oh my gosh, you guys. So can you see, I don't know if you guys can see, you can only see Patrick there, but he's got like 10 different little like yellow shirts. Like he's like picking, well, what's he gonna wear? This yellow shirt or that yellow shirt? So cute. I love it. Oh, they're from Canada. Yeah. Nice, Taylor. Good one. Good one. All right. I wonder if on my Insta I can even see how many people are watching right now. I can't. It's a secret. But it has a plus sign. What's this plus about? No, you can't. All right, well, I'm leaving it on because it's fun. All right, what else? Oh, we have a more important question. Ooh, I'm sweating. Ooh, look at my... Oh, I've got hat hair. Oh, you guys.
Yeah.
Hat hair. Hat hair. It's so gnarly. There we go. Like that. There we go. That's hot. Yeah. Okay. More importantly, favorite character from Monsters, Inc., which we're talking about the movie, not the Struck Company. No, I love Canada. That's where I'll probably end up moving after. Oh my God, I know, right? Yeah. Love it. Well, I've not been to Canada yet. I've been to the big waterfall, the
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. Guys, my dad, this is the thing about my dad, that fart head. You're watching, when you go to the Niagara Falls, you can go right up to, like, a fence and look, and you're looking right over. And my dad's the kind of dad who would come up behind you and go, like that, like, don't fall in. Oh! And now people wonder why I can't handle jump scare movies. And I'm the kind of person where if I'm focused on something and you walk in the room, you just walk in. How many times have you done this, right? He walks in and I'm like, like, it's a good thing I don't have a knife in my hand. That's why I don't handle knives a lot. That doesn't even make sense.
What?
Okay, back to my earlier story. I want to share a story, though, a good story about my dad. So, in Monsters, Inc., obviously, my favorite is Sully. But the reason why, so when I was a little girl, my dad was the one who put me to bed every night. My mom was not. My mom was the one who waked me up every morning to read from, that's right, the Bible. So, they're doing the best they can with what they've got. My dad would put me to bed each night, and I can remember he would tell me a bedtime story. And so the first house we lived in Atlanta, Georgia, had this huge backyard. Like, I'm guessing it was a good acre of land. It was really nice, but it was, lengthwise. Instead of it being like the house and then far back, it was more like it went this way. And it sort of sloped down. And the dogs, we had 2 dogs, they ran around so many times they ran like a path into the ground, so I could run all the way around. So you'd go down into the woodsy side. There was a woodsy side of the backyard, and then there was more of just like a open area. It was a really great backyard, you guys. And then like my dogs, I don't know if your dogs will dig little like, they're like, what do you call those things? It's a divot in the ground that they would lay in to cool off in the Georgia clay. And I would lay in their little things like a chaise lounge with them. I just loved that backyard. So my dad started making up stories about this family that lived in the woods. And it was a family of blue monsters. And they had their friend, a pet, their friend, the moose. It was the neatest thing, and it was, of course, just like my family. It was a mommy and a daddy and 2 brothers and a sister.
It's just 2 brothers.
It's just 2 brothers. It's just 2 brothers. If you get that deep cut, drop it in the comments, y'all. Anyways, it was the neatest thing. So when Monsters, Inc. came out, I lost my shit. And I actually do a bit about how I watched Monsters, Inc. Not the first time, but the one time that I did drop acid in New York City. I did it in an apartment on the Upper West Side with a bunch of friends. And we did have one friend who stayed sober to watch over us the whole night. But they put Monsters, Inc. on. And Sully's fur was just like, it was insane. It was insane. And I ended up talking to their little rat terrier for what felt like an hour. Like, their little rat terrier was like, I'm actually an angel here. Oh my, I know, this is getting really batshit crazy, but I'm sharing it anyway. Because you should know what you're dealing with on TikTok. Lots of...
You should know what you're dealing with on TikTok. There's the live stream quote of the day.
I think I was like 23 when that happened, I think.
Uh-huh.
It was the only time I did acid, but it was fun. It was a good experience. Yeah. I'm not advocating for doing it necessarily. If you are going to do it, though, please do it responsibly. Have someone there to watch over you who is not.
This is ending up like that. That episode.
Inappropriate stepmother. Inappropriate. Okay, let's check the comments here. Oh, some of them were filtered. Uh-oh. Blah, blah, blah. Taylor's like, that's her dad. Every time... Sorry, Taylor. Every time he's around in my space, I flinch. Uh-huh. Did your dad take food off your plate? That's the other thing. No one... I always hunch over my food when there's people around me. People are like, did you do time in jail? I'm like, no, I had a dad who would constantly say, you're not eating that, and then would just take it off my plate. I'm like... So now, if you want any of my french fries, I will share them with you with the caveat that you ask first. If you do not ask and you try to take a fry, I will stab a bitch. Stab a bitch! Okay, 2 bros in a hot tub 5 feet apart. What? I don't even know. Okay, I don't get it. I miss Vine. I know! Vine is better than TikTok. Does everyone think that? I feel like Vine was more like about fun times. TikTok is more about like news and breaking things, which I think is really important. If I ever do that, I hope to go to Narnia. They've filtered me asking what's a dad. Oh, okay. I don't know. He still does when I make sandwiches. He sneaks half the sandwich. Okay, your dad needs to talk to my dad, but my dad's dead, so maybe not. Like just eat the whole thing. That's not right. Hi, Sam Salvatore. What's up? Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a friend. No, there are people who think TikTok is better. They're different. I'm just sad Vine is gone. That's all. Like, keep the Vine. We've got all the other stuff. They kept Facebook, for fuck's sake. Shit. But yeah, I'm so into the TikTok now. What are the things I do find it frustrating that you like one or two, if you just heart 1 or 2 videos, the algorithm goes, so like I liked one video about narcissistic personality disorder because I have dealt with people like that in my life, and then it gave me like 10 more, and I'm like, whoa, no. I appreciate the creator who made that very informative video, and I want to show them my appreciation because people like that, and it helps them out. But I would like to go back now to the cute rodent and possum and skunk videos, please. Could we get back to that? So then you have to like go and re-like a bunch of them to get back. It's just like ridiculous. So, anywho, wow, there's a really cool drawing that y'all can't see right now. Oh well. Then what? What else though am I onto right now? I mean, definitely.
What are you onto?
I'm onto. I love minority creators. I watch a ton of them. So anything for Black or Indigenous or Hispanic. Love it. Watching. I really love. There's some new bands that I'm catching on to. There's a band called The Beaches. It's spelled like beach, like the Beach Boys, but it's The Beaches, and they are flippin' amazing, and I think they're going to be huge. They already are huge, I'm sure, but even more huge. They've been playing together. It's 4 girls. They've been playing together since they were 12. I think they're now in their 20s, getting towards 30s. And their lyrics are amazing, and the sound is really cool, and everything. I love it. So definitely check out The Beaches. What else? Now I'm getting into house refurbish things. I like those. There's this really cool lady who makes pasta. And I mean, oh my god, don't you love all the little old ladies, like Italian ladies making the pasta? And like, that's so good. So good. Leap Beep's here. Leap Beep. Leap Beep and Taylor. We are so happy you're here. Because they've been here like almost every single week. And there might be other people here, so my apologies. Okay. What else? Thoughts on the Goody Green Zaza Mary Jane, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what Goody Green Zaza Mary... Oh, I guess that means thoughts on weed? Yeah. So.
Well, you were talking about acid, so yeah.
Yeah, why not? So weed is, I think, good. I think everything in moderation to a point. Like I smoked it a lot in my 20s, but I really don't anymore. It's funny. Like I still have some sitting around somewhere. When my dad died, I started smoking again, but only like God, maybe a handful of times. That's funny. I'd say like I got like one nugget and then I smoked maybe 5 or 6 times and then I just stopped because for me, I don't know. I'm just in a place right now where I'm just not into it as much, but I don't begrudge anyone else for doing it. I think that I think it absolutely is. Using plants instead of pills, but I don't do a lot of pharmaceuticals. I don't do any pharmaceuticals really, so I'm not the person to talk to about that. I have friends who rely on their antidepressants, and they've said they've made a positive difference in their life. So I have my own opinion on it, but it's an uninformed opinion because I haven't done it myself, right? But in terms of weed, I do have. It's funny on the comedy scene. It's interesting out here in Los Angeles. I see a lot of comedians who are stoned. And they seem to be stoned before they go on stage. And some of them are good. And some of them I shouldn't say are good. Some of their work I enjoy and some of their work I don't. And I'm sure there's lots of them who don't enjoy my work. So, that's my opinion. But for me, I do think there are people who smoke so much it could possibly, affect them negatively. But again, I'm not them. Not really my flipping business. Okay, so let's see what we've got. It's my soulmate for real out of nowhere. Okay. Leap meep, same here. I love it. You all are talking. Yay. The only pharmaceuticals I use is allergy pills. Oh, interesting. Yeah. We've been pretty lucky with not having to deal with too many. I've had some allergies out here in California. I think like the pollination thingy is a thing. I feel for people like I know somebody who loves cats but can't be around them because they are just deathly allergic. That sucks butt, man, because cats are rad. I dropped a bunch of meds because it does all those jobs better without making me feel like a zombie. Okay. There you go. Whatever works, man. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, right? Is whatever works. And if you feel like it's not working, then you got to try something different because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We all do it. It's a very human thing, We have a buddy who deals with depression, and they'll come and they'll talk and hang out, and you can, when you're on the outside looking in, it's so easy to want to give advice and see the problem and everything. But the fact is, until the person is ready or can be ready to see it from their own perspective, or until the person is actually ready to ask for help, a little piece of advice to you all: don't give advice. Like right now, y'all didn't ask for my advice. So unless, I mean, the best thing you can do is if you feel like you really want to say something and you really want to help, the best thing is to say, hey, do you want my advice? And if they say yes, you can give it. They're still not necessarily going to take it, but at least ask, right? That's number one. Number two, oftentimes advice is just someone else's judgment and opinion on themselves that they're sharing with you, right? They're reflecting it. That's always, any advice you get, you can take it with a grain of salt. If it's helpful, great. If it's not helpful, let it go. My problem is that I have been told that I have such strong opinions, it comes across as if I'm saying it like they must do it, or I'm right and you're wrong. And that's not necessarily the case. I feel strongly about my opinions, but I am trying to remind myself it's just an opinion, and that doesn't mean I'm right. So, the best thing, I learned, Taylor's like, we mind our business until asked. Yes. Hey, 5 pills a day to 1. Okay, that's good. The best thing that I learned from my therapist for advice, and this was really cool, and I agree with it. If someone asks you for advice, one of the best things you can say is, well, I know what I would do in your situation, but I'm not you. So whatever I would do may not necessarily be the best thing if it were you. So, what would you do if you were in this situation? And by putting them in that what if position, they'll oftentimes go, oh, okay. And then they'll think it out and go, okay, well, this is what I would do. And then they'll say, hey, thanks, you really helped me. And you're like, Not, oh, you're welcome, but you didn't really help them. You just gave them that space to sort of step outside the box and look at it from another perspective, and then they're taking their own advice, which is really, when you get to that place where you can trust yourself and take your own advice, it's pretty great. I don't know. I dig that. Try it out sometime. See how it goes. All right, check in the notes. Oh, anyone over here? Fart on all of you, Instagram. I love ya. Okay. The day after I'm done with my day, then I'll do it again. Oh, okay. I'll do a little bit just to get up and move and be able to tolerate people. Yeah. Yep. I always throw in the but I don't know in case they do it and stuff goes wrong. That's great. We need to have a little disclaimer. There should be a t-shirt. Disclaimer. Any and all shit that comes out of my mouth may or may not be helpful. Please use responsibly.
Dun, dun, dun.
You should get me that one. Plus, I also need goat pen time. I'm in goat pen time. That was a thing that my family used to say. Because, first of all, I am a Capricorn. All right. January 20th is my birthday. And so I am half goat, half air sign. And when I, first joined this lovely family of Tom and his 2 amazing children, I was still hadn't even, was just still learning about, an awareness of my own anxiety and depression and issues that I was dealing with at the time. And so when I would get overstimulated or overwhelmed, I would say I need to take a break and just kind of go off in the other room and be alone for a bit. It's not because I don't love you guys. I love you very much. It's not, but I just need some space. And so, when you go to the county fair or whatever, you'll see the goats have a pen where you can go and touch them, but then they have this separate pen that they can go into when they don't want to be touched anymore, which I think is kind of awesome. If the goat's like, fuck you, I'm done with this, they can go somewhere. And so we realized that's what Georgia needs is goat pen time. Oh, what a great stepmother. Oh my god, you guys. Okay, self-loathing is a thing. What do we got? 8 days until my 21st Virgo here. Oh, Virgo. I dated a Virgo. I love when people do that. You date one Virgo, you think you know all the Virgos. It's just like, oh my god. But Capricorns can be really stubborn. And let me just say, I definitely have that. Oh no, not the space racism. I'm like, space racism? I haven't heard of that one. I am late to the party. You're also a Capricorn? Use all advice at your own risk. Yes. We just need to let's just start a t-shirt thing here. I feel like Linda, when she's trying to get Teddy to try sushi, and then they're ordering some sushi to try it out, and then she's like, should we just become a sushi restaurant? I don't know. Let's do it. Should we just make t-shirts, Tommy? Just, let's just do that. By the way, for anyone who is just joining here and coming into the fun, this is the SpongeBob Burgers Mashup Fanimation event. My partner Tom and I here. I say partner in crime because husband is so antiquated. I hate that.
Oh no, an antiquated word.
Ownership.
Run
I don't like it.
Ownership?
I don't like it at all. Although I did say earlier he's mine. But Anyways, so here's the deal, you guys. Tom and I are creating a mashup of SpongeBob SquarePants and Bob's Burgers, and we're making it into one beautiful cartoon to share with you all because we just love these cartoons so much. It is an ode, all right? And we are so excited, and it's going to premiere. It is odorous, and we are going to be premiering it on 9/3, September 3rd. That's right, at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And there's other times on the planet, but we're in America, and you know how Americans are. No, in America. So, we're really excited. Be sure to come. We will have our live stream going here. Will I be getting a cut of the profits? No, because there are no profits. Because we are doing this for free. For fun. All right? Anyways, and someone says, who's that big chonker mouse in the background? There's a chonker mouse in the background? Oh, do you mean way back in the back? That's not a mouse. That's my... Oh, hold on. I'll go get it. Anyways, but on 9/3. So be sure to tune in on 9/3. It'll be premiering on YouTube. If you're not following us on YouTube, be sure to go there. Movie Boy. That is where the episode will be premiering. We're going to be here on TikTok Live to talk about it and play games and sing songs and do a couple of giveaways. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you're talking about a chonker mouse, hold on. Here's my chonker mouse. Chonk, chonk. Okay, hold on. Oh, man, I have got to work out. There's a hidden kitten under here. Hidden kitten. But you guys might be talking about this. It's so fluffy. I'm gonna die. Does anyone know what this lovely beast is from? Anyone? Anyone? You get all kinds of shouts outs if you know who this is. Get connected for free with Education Connection. What does that even mean? Ah! Education Connection, I love that. Virgo men are not the move. They are a different breed of human. Seriously? Damn, okay. Look at that little tail. But it gets better. If you don't know who this is, which you should, we have... Oh my god, Clay's here! What's up? Yeah! SpongeBob SquarePatties, yes. Clay, if you do TikTok, you can go over there to see what Tom is actually drawing. I know you can't see it on this one because there's just only so many screens we can do. But I can just do a quick, maybe I can screen to screen.
Yeah!
Does that work? That's not working. Now you can, wait, there! There, you can see a little bit. Patrick! Gene. Okay, so yeah, anyways. If you want to see the actual art, the animation that is happening, Tom is working on it right now. And you can see that while you see us yapping. Yeah, I know, we're so excited. So be sure to come back. We'll be on TikTok, and then the episode's going to be premiering on YouTube. For any of you who don't know, Clay is awesome. I met him on the picket lines for the WGA and SAG-AFTRA strike that is continuing right now because the AMPTP are jackasses. And we are fighting for fair wages. And it is awesome. So Clay is, I'm really excited that you're here. That's very, very cool. Okay, but, oh my god, Taylor got it! Yes, it's Agnes's unicorn! And get this, you guys, this is how much I'm into this unicorn. And then wait, what? But wait. It's a baby with a little fluffy butt. Oh my god, you guys. This is hilarious. Check this out. This is a Thai unicorn, which I think it's on another Struck company's website that I will not share. There's a movie about the creators of these Beanie Babies. Oh my god, I just watched that. That's hilarious. Yep. So yeah, I am a big stuffed animal fan. Absolutely. You can. Okay, you sit over here. This is one of my OGs. That my uncle, who, as I said earlier, passed away from COVID. I am very upset about that. My uncles, Phil and Skipper, who had, we had a family restaurant in Dade City, Florida. So it started out as a men's fashion where it was over 100 years old when finally they sold it. So it started way back. But like my uncle, Phil, who was gay, he was the first one to have integrated dressing rooms in Dade City, Florida. So he and just was a pillar of the community, him and Skipper. And so Skipper's still down there. I love him. But they finally sold the restaurant, and part of me wished I could have like taken it over and cared for it. But the fact is, it would never be the same. With businesses, it really is the owners who make it really special. You know, once they go, it's just not the same. But check this out. He gave me this frog when I was like 5. Check this out. It's just sharing now. I'm just show and tell. That's what's happening here. But get this. So his name's Croaker. So not only does he have a moving mouth, which is awesome, but get this. The eyeballs. You can put your fingers in. You must come and see it now. I know. We're getting into a whole new area. It's kind of still okay now, but I can't imagine what it's going to be like when I'm like 80 going, you must get off my lawn now. All right. Oh, you lost. Oh, good. Seb's Declassified is back. Dude. And Taylor supports the stuffed animal move. Thank you very much. Yes, you get this. Okay, if anyone's watching and enjoying this, feel free to push the little like button for the hearts. I know I should be doing that more. Which, by the way, you guys, what the hell is up with those NPC things? Like the humans. It's getting... So the first one I saw was that there was this beautiful Asian girl, and she was dressed very manga style. So that would come up in my live, and it was just her going like... And I'm like, okay, that's creepy. But then more of them started showing up. And they were doing really suggestive things that I didn't like. I mean, not on my TikTok live. And then I started seeing dudes doing it, and they're just going like, things like, I don't do that. I don't do that. Pineapple. Pineapple. Hee hee hee. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Tom's like, oh yeah, that's an NPC character. Now I'm seeing like moms with babies. They've got the baby strapped in, but they're still doing creepy suggestive shit. I'm like, oh dude, no, this is a whole nother category. I'm just none of it. I don't get it. It's not for me. I know that's what people say. Georgia, it's not for you. But like, seriously? Yes, it's corn. Thank you. I know. I'm like, and so it's just out in the open. I'm like, what the flub? What the flub? Like, what? I don't know. I'm not here for it. No, thank you. But then I will see, I do like when I get though, like there is one that is just Kermit the Frog. This is not Kermit, right? This is obviously a different frog. This is Croaker. Thank you very much. Croaker's like, I'm the OG. But there's a Kermit live with the actual, I don't know how they got the Kermit puppet. Somebody must have made it, because if anyone tries to even sell a Kermit puppet on Etsy, like, they are shut down. And then they do the Kermit voice really well. It's just a live of Kermit talking and singing, and it is precious. So I am here for all of that. I love that. Yeah, they're panning for money. I know, right? I know. Yeah, I'm whatever. I guess everybody's hustling. So, okay, so Tom, questions for you, sir. Yeah. Now's the portion. Does anyone have any art or animation questions? Now's the time to enter them into the chat. If you have any questions about the animation and or process of writing the script, we are all ears. But in the meantime, while you all think of some lovely questions for our lovely animator here, Tom, I'd like to ask, of the characters that you have drawn so far, which one, is there one that's been harder than others to draw and or meld or create?
The biggest difficulties have just been ones that have very unique features. So you want to respect every one of these characters. You don't want to cut corners.
You want to slap them around.
Yeah, well, but the the issue is that there are just some that just coincident. So Gary has between eye stalks and an amorphous body where his mouth can be here, it can come out, it could,
For anyone who doesn't know, Gary is
the snail.
Gary the snail. That is SpongeBob's pet,
yep.
Who meows. And who are we melding Gary with?
With Louise.
Louise! Yeah. Oh yeah. It's saucy.
So on top of it, we added the additional complication of putting Louise's bunny ears on that. So.
Ears on eye stalks. Ears on eye stalks, you guys! It's gonna be so awesome. But that's hard, huh?
And then that it's just when you've got a lot of moving parts, and then as a head rotates, if it's Gene moving his face from one side to the other, it's just all those shapes kind of working with it.
But an eyeball, like one eyeball can stay here and another eyeball goes boop.
Yep, and so it's just all those layers and all those considerations.
I should just act the whole thing out. You don't need art.
There's a number of characters have tentacles instead of just straight arms. I mean, the great thing about if you're drawing a human being is that within reason, you're not going to be bending this around too much. But if
you're
it's
Squidward.
But yeah, exactly. So jellyfish are yeah.
I love that one when Squidward goes into modern dance.
It's complexities of the mouths. Barnacle Boy has a broken teeth, so he's got only one tooth that goes around. But SpongeBob has his buck teeth that aren't always there, but appear.
See, these are the things you don't think about when you're watching cartoons. Is oh my god, which part is the really difficult part for the drawers?
Yep. And that's always been the thing, anyways. That you want your art to look. You don't want it to look like anyone can just belt it out, but.
Which character? It's funny you think about which character are you most like. Kind of like with Sex and the City. Oh, I'm so Samantha. Oh my God, you're such a Carrie. It's like, okay, let's do cartoons. So there's the two-part question, right? Because there's the question of which one do you wish you were most like? Well, there's three. Which one do you think you're most like? And then which one do your friends think you're most like? Because those are three different questions. So, like, I look at Squidward and, like, he's such a... I do feel like Squidward on a lot of days because he gets farty. You know what? The young me, the me in school, because I played oboe, you guys. Yeah, because my mom played oboe. And you love your mom, and you're like, yay, and your mom suggests it, and you're like, cool, and it's different, and, you know, probably get you into colleges and shit. Yeah, I feel a lot like
Zane Krause play the
Squidward, the salty loner. But now I'm feeling a lot more Patrick-y. Just happy-go-lucky and silly and free, and I live under a rock. It's kind of good. A happy rock.
A happy rock.
Yeah. And then for Bob's Burgers, definitely Tina. I mean, it more like Linda's energy for sure, but like Tina with her whole like obsession, like, you know, with boys, like for me, you know, boys and girls, but like just I love that song. The right number of boys for me is more. Forever. I'm like, yep. I had like 10 crushes going on at once. So yeah, I like everything. But this is my person, and I've made my selection, so we're sticking with that. Oh, good. People are asking. Still watching, just washing dishes. I love it, Taylor. You're allowed. Good for you getting the dishes done, because I hate doing dishes. Okay, Seb's Declassified says, I think I'm Mr. Krabs. People who don't know me think I'm Squidward, and people who are close to me think I'm SpongeBob. Oh my god, that is such a great answer. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. Okay, who do you, I think, so Tom, who do I think you're, I know you're like, I'm SpongeBob. Tom really feels like he's SpongeBob. I think,
Let's see, what do we got here? We need...
I think you're a lot like Tina.
You think I'm a lot like Tina?
I could see you being like Tina, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nerdy, but getting all the girls.
Nerdy, but... So Tina gets all the girls, huh?
Well, she gets all the boys. Whatever your thing is that you like, getting all the people.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess what I love about Tina. Tina's like so nerdy, but she's like, I'm going for the most popular boy in school, and she's like, boom, you know. And I know it's on again, off again, but still. Yeah. I think so. Anybody know? Oh, I'm definitely Old Man Jenkins. Nice. Nice. Can you do an Old Man Jenkins?
I'm too tired to really do.
Oh, you're too tired. You need more coffee?
No, more coffee. I think after this one, I will do a brief collapse and then continue on.
Maybe we should do a new poll. When will Tom collapse?
Well, we did a concert last night, and then we did.
Oh, Kyle Half came. Hey, Kyle, what's up? I don't know if you're still here because I can't tell how many people are in the room because I'm new to this Insta thing. What's up? That's what I want. You guys, I want my own Sesame Street Yip Yip. I need 2 Yip Yips. There is like apparently a whole group of Yip Yips, and that did like they went to a convention and they're like human size, but so you can't buy them again because you know Sesame Street and IP and all that. But like I need to just find the right fabric at Joann's and make my own Yip Yips because the Yip Yips are hands down my most favorite puppets. And then Grover and Cookie Monster and Snuffleupagus and well, damn it, there's a lot. Anyways, but the Yip Yips, oh my god, you guys. I just all the time. I just yip. Nope. Radio. I mean, they were so curious, and I'm still to this day. I'm like, I will never forgive Elmo ever. I'm sorry, but whoever the flup brought Elmo along, I am absolutely all for Elmo burning and dying a slow death because it's like Elmo came along, and then they just slowly got rid of all the other Muppets, and I'm like, what the? Where's Grover? I mean, what? Did they get canceled? What happened? Like, why? You want to bring Elmo in, fine. Bring Elmo in, Elmo can be there, but not at the expense of all the other awesome Muppets. I feel strongly about this. I wouldn't personally burn an Elmo doll, but I'm just saying, if I saw one on the side of the road, I wouldn't necessarily pull over and pick it up, would I? That's terrible. Did I just say that out loud? Good God. Bert and Ernie! Let's move on. Taylor says Bert and Ernie are my favorite. Bert and Ernie are wonderful. We love Bert and Ernie. I can still remember that Christmas special when they did the whole... There's a name for that story where one person gives up all their money to buy a gift.
Gift to the Magi.
Gift to the Magi. Did you ever see the Bert and Ernie Gift to the Magi where Ernie sells his rubber ducky to get Bert a box for his paper clips? Bert sells all of his paperclip collection to get a soap dish for Ernie's rubber ducky. Oh my god, it was so sweet. I loved it! Love it! Yep. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Love it, love it. Who would pull over and pick it up? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, now, oh, look at that. That shirt's just looking fabulous.
Oh, yeah.
Fabulous. We have to, question. We have a question from Leap Meep. May I
Yes.
have advice on something artist related? Yes, always. Leap Meep, we love you bringing in the art questions. Bring it on. I will convey it to the artiste. I am also an artist, just not the same kind. What is your question? The thinking and writing. Well, we'll wait for the question. Very exciting times here, people.
The answer is 4.
I don't know if y'all can see way back in the background. Way back, there's this red thing up there near the ceiling. That was this really cool puzzle made of paper that you turn into a 3D thing. Taylor says, I can't draw, but I'm very good at coloring. Hell yeah! Seb says, what kind of artist are you? Me, I am a performing artist. So I started as a professional ballerina. I danced with professional companies in the Midwest and in New York and then out in LA some, but also I am an actor. I've been on television. I've been in film. I've done voiceover. I am this character in Transformers, and we will not say the Struck Company where it is at. And then I do stand-up comedy, and I sing. I do a lot of that. I do all of that because I love it, because it's fun. And I play guitar and drums and piano. I do it all, though, because I love it all. It is all so invigorating and fun and exciting. Okay, we're still waiting for the question about the artisty thing, but Taylor is saying, how'd you get into comedy? Ha ha ha! Funny story.
Oh, good God.
I said it. I did. My manager at the time put me into it. It was really cool. She was like, I bought you a stand-up class. You're doing it. And I was like, ooh, okay, because I was... So funny, I've been on stage since I was 5, but the thought of doing stand-up was terrifying. And especially as a dancer, you're not encouraged to use your voice. And especially as a dancer who was raised up in a hyper-controlling religion, you're really not encouraged to use your voice. So speaking out. So I went and took the class. It was amazing. Cool Beans Comedy. I highly recommend it. If you're in Los Angeles, it's a super positive environment. They're really good at what they do. You can, message me later. I can give you the details if you want it. I'm not an affiliate. I'm just saying they're really good. I've had a couple other friends take their class on my recommendation, and they also loved it. But I did the class, and then I did my first show, and it was incredible. I had such a good time. It went really well. And then the pandemic hit. So a lot of people were doing Zoom stuff. I didn't really do much of that because I was so new to it. So then I started back up after, in, I guess, 2022. April, yeah, so technically I've only been doing it about a year, which you're not supposed to tell people because they get really farty if they think you're new at it, especially if you enjoy doing it, whatever. Yeah, I love it. It is so much fun. I highly recommend it. It is very, very fucking hard. It is a super challenging art form. Do not assume that it's easy, because it ain't. But it's a wonderful challenge. It's actually a lot like dance because you're choreographing your set, but instead of with necessarily, you can get physical, but it's about timing. It is, and it's such a craft. So as a dancer coming from ballet who is super controlling, I love stand-up comedy. If you are hyper controlling in nature, stand-up comedy might be for you. Okay, here we go. And then someone else says, I can't draw, I can kind of color, but I'm a great videographer and photographer. Nice! He's also a photographer. I love it. Okay, here's the question from Leap Meat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
How do you get gigs from indie companies as a starting artist?
No idea.
Okay, he says no idea. I have suggestions.
Yeah.
I have suggestions. So someone told me when I was first starting out in voiceover, one thing to do is you start looking. Now, this also depends on, if you're an artist, are you union or non-union? You got to look at that. But let's assume you're non-union. One of the things you can do, yes, you can submit your stuff online. But if you're looking at... there's a lot of different questions and factors here. And if there's other messages coming in, sorry. Or, forgive me if I'm looking at this. So... there's a lot of different ways, okay? And you kind of want to do all the different ways because it's sort of like in marketing, they say you need to see a message 7 times before it sinks in. Like, got milk, you'll see it on a billboard, you'll see it on a trash can, you'll see it in a newspaper, or you'll see it in TikTok, nowadays. But it takes about 7 times for the message to sink in. So it's kind of that way when you're approaching these indie companies, right? So you can submit your work to them, cold call, but then you want to look at, you're going to start to follow them. If you like their work, right? My recommendation would be find 2 or 3 that you really like their work, and start following them online. Like their stuff, engage, comment on their stuff. You don't want to be, like, I want to work with you. Just whatever feels really right in the moment. But then you're gonna try to find live events that maybe they're doing signings at, and you show up. And you say, hey, what's up? And it's like dating. You don't want to be too over ego up front. You're seeing if you like them because you want to know if you want to work with them too. Not just them, it's not just, can I work with you? It's also, do they get to work with you, right? Because you're fellow human beings, fellow artists. So you get to know them that way. And you check out their stuff and you show up and you build a relationship, right? So, and that way, I feel personally, you're building a long-term relationship that's going to be viable and someone you're going to want to work with a long time. You can do the cold thing and maybe just get hired and then find out after you get hired that your personalities don't work well at all. That happened to me with Ballet Hispanico. Good God. I auditioned twice for Ballet Hispanico in New York City. That's a dance company. It's different. But it was on a recommendation. I got a recommendation from another company director. So I had that. They liked that. And it said Ballet Hispanico. I didn't research the company. I was just desperate for a job. I did the audition. The audition consisted of a ballet class. And then we did some modern dancing. But it wasn't until the day after I signed the contract that I suddenly realized, at the time, the work environment was super toxic. No one was happy in that company. A lot of the people weren't particularly nice, and that wasn't their fault necessarily. They just were very unhappy because everyone was starving because the directors were saying stop eating. They wanted tall, white, skinny American dancers, but they wanted them to do Latin Hispanic dancing, which is a completely different body type. I mean, it looked ridiculous. We looked like flipping giraffes. It was ridiculous. Anyways, I have very strong feelings about it. This is my side of the story. I'm not saying that I was also the best person either for them. But my point is, if you can start researching these companies, look into them, get to know them, find out about the people in the company, that's my recommendation. And then continue to build your portfolio. And one of the ways you can build your portfolio is to go to some of the smaller animation sites. Go to the Lightbox expos. You got any expos in your area or conventions? Start showing your stuff, start sharing your stuff. And I know there's the concern of AI and all that too. But those are some of my suggestions. His suggestion was he has no idea. So,
you cut me off a little fast there, which is totally okay.
I'm so sorry. Okay, but I was hoping maybe now you'll play off it some more. Sorry, guys.
The unfortunate thing is that so
Scott's Monster Shop. Sorry, I gotta wait. Okay. Scott's Monster Shop, you're awesome, guys. Scott's Monster Shop. If you don't know who they are, go find them. They make flippin-tastic monsters, like in the olden days, real. Okay, please continue. We're having a discussion right now about getting jobs with indie companies.
If you're talking to the Insta folks, we let them know that if they actually want to see what the art we're working on.
Yes, if you're on Instagram and you're wondering what the hell we're doing because you only see 2 heads talking, come over to TikTok or YouTube, find Movie Boy, MOOVIEBOY, and you can see the art that he is actually doing for our fanimation that we are putting together of SpongeBob SquarePants with Bob's Burgers. We're mashing them together, y'all. So there you go. But right now we're talking to an artist here, Leap Meep, and talking about how to find jobs with indie companies. And if anyone has thoughts and suggestions or comments, please weigh in. We love it. But what do you think, Tom?
The unfortunate issue is that I've kind of had a what do they call it? It's just a oh shoot, there's a phrase for it where you just kind of like serendipitously, stumble into stuff, and that's my whole
thing. So luck.
Well, yeah, luck, but they always say with it here, especially in Southern California, that there are the people that have been,
Hey, Lexi.
It's luck when it seems to happen overnight, and you talk to them, they're like,
it's luck and preparedness.
I've been at it for 16 years, bub.
Most people who make it big have been laying in years of groundwork. Remember that.
It's obviously still a town of who you know. And that is one of the biggest things because when I was doing red carpet photography, I mean, when you tell people you're at the movie premieres and actually, or spending a day with Katy Perry or spending a day with Ron Perlman, and people going, God, can I be your assistant? And it's like, or how do you get into that kind of stuff? And the problem is that the people have found me in such random ways.
But you got to be there. You got to show up,
Yes,
right?
well, and
that's the
that's
key.
part of it. The good news
Showing
is
up.
the good news compared to in the days of when the thing that brought me to LA was Crazy Circumstances.
Yep.
And it's basically kind of pre-internet, although back then there was AOL, and I even used that to my advantage.
But I want to make a
Yes,
caveat.
go for it.
There are people who are saying, well, I can't afford to move to Los Angeles or New York, right? That's okay. There's so much online now you can do to connect.
Well, that's the thing.
Eventually, you do want to consider maybe going to one of these hubs because they're really nothing. To me, nothing beats the in-person meeting because that really is how you're gonna, right? But
let's put it this way: there's no need to be starving artist 5,000,001.
Yeah.
In a metropolis just because you think it's like
no.
But the great news is compared to when I was back in the 90s.
Back in your day.
What the great news is that between TikTok, YouTube, all the online forums, all the online groups, and the sheer amount of materials. I mean, when I was doing VFX last year to get enough money to buy the equipment I needed to fully do what I'm doing right now.
Yep.
And I was primarily working in Blender and primarily working in After Effects and trying to reach out to the community to find, when you run into a problem or you've got a technique and you're going, this software doesn't do it. So the great news is there are more opportunities. And let's put it this way. There's an idiom that always goes around in Hollywood for screenwriters when they say, if you have written a great script, you can go into your backyard and dig a hole and toss your script in there, and by morning there will be 10 or 12 agents crawling all over it.
Really?
It's the old joke that because people are so hungry for a good story, a good script.
Now they may never do anything with it. There's that whole other story, but yes.
Yeah, but let's put it this way.
Good work is good work.
The good news is that in a world where you can hashtag, in a world where you can live stream, in a world where
you really can tweet at someone big and they might respond. I mean, it's amazing. It's just how you handle the relationship,
amongst the thousands of comments we've gotten on SpongeBob Burgers, of all places, Instagram, which was the most of all the platforms getting traction or getting the algorithm. Instagram famously was the one that was just dragging its heels. It's no, it was never getting anywhere. It would get 1 million views on TikTok and 100 views on Instagram. But Instagram, someone finally threw down and didn't like what we were working on.
Yeah.
There are people who see this idea and they go cringe or they go, no
you're
way.
Ruining
You're ruining it. Or you're doing things that the creator never would have wanted.
To which we say,
exactly. And someone complained that they don't think anything should be mashed up with Bob's Burgers. And I happened to do an to someone who did a mashup famously on YouTube about 7 years ago, who now actually works at Bob's Burgers based off of this mashup he did on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he responded. And he actually chimed in, saw the opening title sequence.
So cool.
And I was like, well, that's awesome because he was one. His name is Simon Chong. He's an animator and now
go check him out.
With Bento Box doing Bob's Burgers. He worked on the movie
because he matched up Bob's Burgers and Archer because they use the same voice, right? So I mean, another one of those things should have had a V8.
Yeah, and the great thing is that he saw it and liked it, and I will definitely reach out to him when this thing premieres. So even if only 5 people, we're in that place where we had a lot of people show up at first, and we used to our live streams. We would see
you're right.
We're talking about the reality of getting into the.
Oh, you're right.
Work.
He's right. He makes a good point. Yeah.
So you have moments where you catch the right wave and you think my channel, my project, my career is taking off, and then
it shuts down.
And then you suddenly go, wait, that was a crazy
But that happens
weekend.
all the time. See that, and so how are you going to weather those storms?
Yep.
Fame, popularity comes and goes. You're riding that wave, and especially if you're an independent artist, you've got the feast or famine situation. So what do you do to get through that, right? And hold true.
My thing is
that's a very good point.
I focus on the craft.
Yep.
I focus on, and trust me, the double-edged sword here is that once you start getting on someone else's projects, in other words, my day job, which is working for a whole bunch
you don't have time for yours.
I work for Hollywood, I work for Broadway, I work for makeup companies, I work for random clients, whatnot, and you will have those moments where, on one hand, you feel so grateful and lucky that I have, for the most part of my career, been paid not to serve coffee, not to work at a convenience store, although I had that back in college too.
Yeah, you did that.
But most of my life has been doing art. Even if it's for a client that's driving me nuts, even if it's for a producer who wouldn't know.
But that's what Leap Meep is asking, is how they break in. So I think but there's a million different ways to get famous. But I become a professional ballet dancer, then everything will be perfect. And I can remember when I got my first contract and I felt so lonely and alone and like, wait, now what? There's that now what kind of thing. So that's, you know, you set goals. That's great. Set them and then hold them a little lightly. You know, you work towards it, but then there's so much. The life is so much longer than you realize it is, and it's also so much shorter than you realize it is. I do want to also put a caveat here, guys. Someone told me a very interesting story on the WGA strike line, by the way. So this writer, they have written for really big shows. Like, I mean, I was walking the picket line, I make conversation, I was like, hey, so da-da-da, and eventually, well, what have you written for? And they mention it, and you're going, holy shit. And you're like, be cool, be cool. So, you know, I'm not gonna ask them for a job. I'm not gonna start pitching myself. None of that. Because I've only just met this person. They don't know who the hell I am. And trust me, someone like that, if they like you and or need you, they will probably say something. The most you would do maybe is say like, well, hey, let's keep in touch on Twitter maybe. Because that's a safe place where you can sort of follow them. Or what's your Twitter? I'll follow you. And they might follow you back. They might not. But this guy said to me, he was walking the picket line one day, and this girl comes to him who's like very young, and she starts talking to him. And it's like, I just got here. I just landed in Los Angeles. I want to be an actress. And then she said, but you know, I would be a like a personal assistant, like a PA or production assistant. And you know, do you guys need production assistants? And he's like, you know what I can do for you? I'll do this for you. If you send me your production assistant resume, I can pass it along to some people. It was very nice of him to offer to do that at all. So she had gotten that far through the door with him, right? Well, then he goes home, checks his email, and she sent him an email. But was it with her production assistant resume? No. It was with her acting resume and acting photos and acting videos. And he's like, dude, I can't do anything for this chick. And I don't want to do anything for this chick because she's misrepresenting herself. And I mean, she just did not read the room at all. It's like, oh, maybe. And it's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I mean, so thirsty in all the wrong ways. So, like, you gotta really, like anything else, think about how you like to be treated, you know? And how you like to develop a relationship. That's what it's about. It really is about developing relationships. So, there you go. Moving on. Clark Brooks 454 joined. Hello, Clark Brooks. Okay, anyone else? Barney, thank you for the likes. We really appreciate it so much. We are getting down to our last 15 minutes of the live. We are very excited. We've had the most views already on YouTube yet. This is fan-flippin-tastic. I love it. Woo!
Yeah.
So, for anyone who is wondering, I know Sebastian is coming to... I love I'm saying Sebastian. Seb's declassified. For some reason, I'm just like, Sebastian. It makes sense in my head. Again, don't forget, we will try and do some more stuff this week to keep everyone updated on what's going to be happening. Leap Meep, thank you for the like. But it is going to be this next Sunday is the premiere of this episode of SpongeBob's Burgers. We are so excited. Please tell your friends, tell your family. We will be having a party live premiere on TikTok before we actually drop the episode on YouTube. So you have to be following us on YouTube, okay? That's where the episode's actually going to be showing. If you have to leave the tiki-talkie to go over to YouTube, that's fine. Do what you have to do. We don't mind, but that's where it's going to be showing, okay? So on September 3rd, that is next Sunday. September 3rd, next Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll be doing the SpongeBob Burgers. Phone died. Taylor, I'm so sorry. Oh, well, that is my name, so... Oh my god, I can say Sebastian. Yay! Cool. I love that name. Sebastian. It's a good name. This coffee is really good. I'm not an affiliate for Costco, but I will tell you, we get this Costco medium blend. It's good. I know you all needed to know that.
There
Oh,
we go.
yeah.
So we actually have, like a frame that looks like how it's supposed to appear when we finally
All
get to
right, guys, look, there's Patrick, Gene Patrick, and if you're over on the Insta, you can't see it, but it's amazing. You're here for me, I know.
Yeah.
Yes. What else is coming up? God, there's so many big things coming up that we just can't tell you guys yet. We can tell you in a couple of weeks. Hey, Jock Dawson, what's up? Costco comes in clutch with my bull ramen. I love it. Yes, Taylor. Oh, Leap Meep says amazing advice. On a lighter note, what do you think is funniest animation trope?
Oh, good God. An animation trope.
What's an animation trope? I'm sorry, I don't know. Tell me.
It's just, you know what tropes are.
No, I forgot.
Tropes are, they're cliches.
Oh, so the funniest animation cliche. Well, I mean, okay, so, I'll tell you mine. Are you
Right.
keep thinking, did you
I
have
can't,
yours?
I can't think of anything right now.
Okay, you can't think of me right now, so I'm jumping in. So I just yesterday watched, again, one of my flippin' favorite cartoon movies, which is The Emperor's New Groove. And I think one of the reasons I was realizing yesterday, I was like, duh, but one of the reasons I was loving it so much is because they incorporate so much of that Looney Tunes kind of animation of like, running off the cliff and then stopping in mid-air and looking at each other and going, ugh, and then falling. When they're in the dark, Yzma's eyes, when she gets angrier and angrier, her eyeballs get redder and redder. That's a very Looney Tunes thing. And maybe someone did it before Looney Tunes. Forgive me if I'm misspeaking. But I flipping love that overdone Looney Tunes. Like, it's very like, dun dun dun. Like, I love that stuff. Oh my God. And I mean, I use so many things. Like, I say no touchy all the time. And here's what's crazy, you guys. This is what just makes my heart sing. So my current writing mentor, I'm working on a screenplay that I'm writing, my feature screenplay. And my mentor was one of the screenwriters on The Emperor's New Groove. It is so fucking cool. When he told me that, I was like, ah! When the squirrel comes up to Cusco and blows up the balloon because he's right there with the Panthers, and then he like pulls out the thing and goes, and he's like, no, and he go pop and pops it. Oh my god. I was laughing my face off. It was early yesterday morning. I'm watching this while I'm doing the dishes. I loved it. So what else we got? So we got some answers here. What do we got? Taylor says, mine's probably my gym partner's a monkey. Nice.
Yep.
Love it.
Yep, I remember that show. That's Tom Kenny. That's SpongeBob who does the monkey.
Very nice. Anyone else got some classic? Oh, we got Stephanie. Stephanie, what's up? Another amazing artist is in the house here on my Insta. Her favorite is the anvil. Yes, the classic dropping anvil. Love it.
Yep.
Love it. I think mine is definitely the running off the cliff in midair and then realizing they've run off the cliff and then they're trying to get back onto the cliff, all the different ways they try to, and then,
Oof.
Yeah, was that too loud?
That did.
Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. Oh, someone said my leg! Sebastian! My leg! Can you do the my leg? No, she's too tired, but he does a fabulous my leg.
Yeah. You'll see it in a week.
Yeah! Oh my god, you guys. So remember, in a week from today, on Sunday, September 3rd, is the premiere of SpongeBob Burgers on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube. Stephanie says, next is Acme Products. Can you imagine their warehouse? Oh my god, I know.
Well, now
I know.
Now that something is reminding me that so much of Who Framed Roger Rabbit is an exploration of all those tropes and cliches.
Another classic film.
Yep.
I think, go back and watch, now I'm gonna go back and watch it. I could watch Emperor's New Groove over and over and over and over and over again.
You almost sound like Tina. It's like,
and it's a llama!
And I'll punch you and
again,
again, and again, and again.
And again, and again, and again.
Yep.
And again. I love Tina. Oh my god. The right number of people for me is more forever. Which Tom really appreciates, by the way.
Yeah.
Stephanie says, probably my favorite. I'm not bad, just drawn that way. Yes, that is a classic. I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that way. Seb says, I couldn't. I'ma get super hate for this. That movie bores me. It's okay. You're allowed. You're not gonna get hate for it. I will secretly judge you. But I'm not gonna hate you to your face. It's crazy. Why would I do that? There's so many things. Guys, here, you know what? I'm gonna put my neck on the line. Are you ready? I'm not a Beyonce fan. But, I always, every artist, I think every artist out there, you can find at least one song you like. And for me, for Beyonce, there's several actually. So even though I'm not a fan, I love the Shoulda Put a Ring on It. I flippin' love Cuff It. She does great stuff. I'm just not a fan. Same with Taylor Swift. Not a fan. But there's a couple of songs that I like Blank Space. I admit it. Okay, when you're driving to do Sugar Plum Fairy for, a couple of weekends and you have to drive to Corona to get to the theater and you're in a car with a bestie for 3 hours there and 3 hours back and they play Taylor Swift on repeat, you're gonna maybe learn to like Blank Space. I'm just saying. Yeah. So, I love it. Yeah. All right. I'm not a Beyonce fan, but I'll listen to her when she's on, and I hate Taylor, so she's so annoying. See, this is the thing, right? It's that balance of feeling passionately about these artists, but then separating the human from the artist. It's always, it's tricky, right? I mean, for me, my big issue, and I've got to get this bit into my thing. You want to know why? One of the big reasons I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift is because she was raised on a Christmas tree farm. Well, I was raised on Hans Christian Andersen. And if you've read The Christmas Tree, you understand where I'm coming from. They're murderers. Murderers. I think that's a good bit. I think it's good. It just needs, I just gotta zhuzh it. Yeah, Stephanie says her songs sound the same. Well, that's true, but we just went and saw America last night. And they did songs like Ventura Highway, and I'm sure there's people out there who think that all of America's songs sound the same to them. So, but we like them. So if you like the songs and they all sound the same, then it's not a problem. I mean, I think all Madonna's early songs sound exactly the same, but I happen to like all of Madonna's songs, so it was like, great, good. But that's me. Yeah. Okay, how much more time? Oh my god, we're down to the last 3 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes, and I made it through! I wonder if the poll is finished. Oh well. Big Sully! What's up, Big Sully? Sully! Again, so I'm going to be repeating myself, but I gotta do it. Be sure to tune in next Sunday. Sunday. September 3rd, because 9 is divisible by 3, and why does that matter? Because that is Bob and Linda Belcher's anniversary, people! And we gotta get this shit done, so setting a timeline is important. Artists. It's gonna be premiering on YouTube. Be sure you are following Movie Boy on YouTube. Or you don't have to follow, just go to YouTube, but you should follow.
You don't have to follow.
Okay, you do have to follow. You have to.
Way to blow that.
We'll make it private, and if you're not following, you can't see it, so fart on you. Ha 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 ha. Is that better? Okay, so be sure to go to YouTube, Movie Boy, MOOVIEBOY, at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be premiering the inaugural SpongeBob Burgers episode. We will be on TikTok beforehand doing a live event. We will be singing and dancing and doing some raffles. Watch party. It'll be a watch party. We'll stay on the live and watch it together. So you can watch it while we're watching it, because that's what people want to do together. That's what, but we're not together because there's some people in Germany and some people in Africa, and we all want to be sharing this moment together because that's what it's about. Yeah. Connection. We want to thank all the fans who have been here through all of this, encouraging us, laughing at us, laughing with us. All right, you subscribe. Thank you. Seb's Declassified. Boom. Love it. Yeah. And we are very, very, very much looking forward.
And I'll be looking forward to sleeping after this.
Yes, and then we'll have a whole live of just us sleeping.
Yeah.
We'll just put the camera on Tom.
The new SpongeBob Live. SpongeBob dead.
And I'll draw things on his face while he... we'll do it later. Yeah, so I think that's everything. If you are not yet, be sure to follow us on all the things. For Movie Boy, he's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. He is on YouTube. Are you still on Twitter? Yeah, I know where you're like,
X.
fuck that.
Look, is there an account there? Yes. Have I done it ever since the most disastrous stuff? No.
And then if you want to follow me, first and foremost, I have a couple of channels. So I will be doing a live stream on my Ballerina Badass YouTube channel later today because I am an ex-professional ballerina. And I am getting back into it again because I am sick and twisted and I have a penchant for pain. But I will be doing a live stream on my Ballerina Badass YouTube channel later today at 4 p.m. Pacific time. However, if you're more into the comedy side of things and the silliness, you will want to follow me here on TikTok and on Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube at Georgiffy, Georgiffy, because those are my names. So yeah, we'd love to have you follow there and there. We're very excited about all of this.
Yeah.
Again,
one more week, baby.
We could do this without you, but we'd rather not. We'd like to share and enjoy the fun with all of you. We appreciate you.
Yep.
So I guess, pass the cranberry sauce. It's time for mashed potatoes. Ooh, the turkey looks great.
Land.
Thank you for loving me. Thank you for being there. Thank you for loving me. Everyone's thanking. The whole world's thanking you. Thanking us for thanking you. Killed the turkey.
All right. So we're going to do that slow turn up. Let's see. Are we leaving?
F is for fires that burn like a something. U is for uranium. Bombs. N is for no survivors. Time to say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to keep on
All right.
singing while you turn it
Goodbye
off.
to the YouTube people first. So